Hello, I'm sinking down so that you guys can see me. Today I'm going to work on the floor. I've got my cylinder here, and you guys, you can go pick up these cylinders at Big Five or any sporting goods store or order them online. It is a great way to help you develop your core and loosen up any tightness in your back or any other muscles that have tension. We do a lot of exercises on the cylinder to align your spine and create a sense of centering and balancing. So today I'm going to do clarity yoga on a cylinder. If you guys want to join me, you're welcome to. I'm going to try to stay within the limits of the screen here and follow along. Do the best you can. I'm going to roll onto the cylinder, place the tip of my tailbone on the edge of the cylinder, and my head relaxed on the very top. You want to really feel as if your spine is neutral on that cylinder and really plant your feet firmly onto the ground. And the first thing we're going to start with are just pelvic tilts. So you're going to tuck under. We've done this before. Tuck way under and feel like your spine goes down towards the base of that cylinder, and then tilt your spine, or your hips rather, in the opposite direction. Do a posterior tilt where you can literally fit your hand underneath your back. So let's try that again. We're going to start with tucking under. And a lot of these exercises are Pilates exercises. I like to blend yoga and Pilates together. So you arch your back, you expand your breath through your belly. You're forcing the feet firmly into the ground. Your palms are on the floor for balance. And then you tuck under and force your belly button into your spine. And again, inhale. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Clarita. I own Absolute Best in San Pedro. I'd like for you to just check out Absolute Best on our Facebook page and like it. I'll keep coming to you with these videos. And again, one last time, inhale, arching that back, and then exhale, forcing that spine down into that cylinder. Now go neutral, which is right between those 2 points, okay? Keeping your hands firmly on the ground. You're going to lift one leg up and then the other leg up again and hold it. Both your feet are up off the ground. Your spine is neutral. You're balanced because your hands are down by your sides. You're going to just tap one toe down towards the ground and then change the other toe down towards the ground. Here we go. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's go. 4. Inhale and exhale. 3. Keep that spine neutral. Feel as if somebody was tightening a waist belt around you so that it's cinching your waistline. Inhale and exhale. Let's do a few more. And let's do one more set. Making sure your pelvis doesn't move at all. I don't want your pelvis arching and dropping, arching and dropping. It stays steady as you do those toe taps. We'll do a few more. And one more. Excellent. One foot down, followed by the other. And now let's take those arms, readjust your spine if you need to. And let's take those arms up overhead. Inhale. And exhale as you go around. Still stay as steady as you can with your hips. Still force your feet into the ground. Nice deep breath as you inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. And let's reverse that. Let's come back the other way. And then exhale. Keep the feet firmly into the floor. Inhale again. One more. Inhale. And hands right down by your sides. Very good. Pick up one leg and stretch that hamstring as much as you can. Now, when one leg is up off the floor, you're going to have to resituate your center, and all of your balance is going to be on one leg. You're just stretching the other one. If you're flexible enough to stretch that leg way back and you can let go of one side, you can grab that ankle and pull and stretch that hamstring. Now, obviously, since you're now only balancing with 3 points, well, both your hands are down. But if you take this one up, most of your weight is going to have to transfer over to the one side where you're anchored. Just subtly, not a lot. And circle that ankle. 4. And this is going to be an excellent way for you to learn how to find your center and balance. And reverse it. Very good. Let's point that toe and stretch even more. Lock that knee, both hands on the ground. Make sure everything is straight, and you're going to lower that leg down. Hold it about 45 degrees, and then lift it back up again. Let's do that for 8 times. 1, forcing that opposite foot firmly into the ground. Inhaling and exhaling. This works your lower abdominals, and it also helps strengthen your spine because you're actually really stabilizing that hip area as you lift that leg way up and down. That means you have to really tighten through the abdominal wall and keep that spine aligned. No moving in those hips. Very good. Bring that knee in, bring that foot down, take the other leg up. Hold it, feel the stretch in that hamstring, pull. Now, if you want, you can pull the leg with your opposite hand, or you can do it with the same hand. If you do it with the same hand, obviously you have to shift your weight over slightly to the opposite side. But another way of doing it is putting the hand on the floor. Whatever leg you have up, that hand becomes your anchor now, and you can grab and stretch your ankle with the opposite hand. That's not as challenging as this one. This one's a little more challenging. Same arm, same leg. Whichever way you prefer to do it. And circle in the opposite direction. Hold it. And you're going to lower your leg down and lift up. 2. Keep going. Breathing the whole time, inhaling and exhaling. And make sure you're anchored into the ground with your opposite foot. Couple more. And lift it, hold it, bend the knee, and place both your feet into the ground. Circle those arms again. Find that center, inhaling and exhaling. Bear down into the floor with those feet. Inhale on the up, exhale on the down. Reverse it in the opposite direction. Inhale up, exhale down. And again, 2. Again, 3. 1 more. And 4. Very good. One knee up, followed by the other knee. Both legs straight up. Turn your toes out. And you're going to bring your legs down about 45 degrees. Do not let your back arch. I don't want your legs dropping you so low that you're arching your back. Again, you have to situate yourself so that you're in a neutral position. You're supporting yourself on the floor, and you lower those legs just enough that you feel like you're engaged in your lower pelvic floor. Feel as if a vacuum was pulling all your internal organs up into your chest. And again, down. Feel like everything's moving up. And again, exhale and inhale. Keep it going without moving those hips. Okay, I do not want to see an arch and a drop. Arch and a drop. Do not do that. Keep it so that your hips are stable. And again. Keep going. Couple more. All of these are great core-based exercises. Hold it. You're going to circle those legs. So you're going to open and close those legs. 2. And again. 3. We're going to do 8 of these. Stop and rest whenever you need to. Just pull the knees into the chest. You're going to reverse it the other way. Inhaling, exhaling. Lock those knees tight. Again. Last 4. 3. And 2. And 1. Hold it, knees in. One leg down, cross your other ankle on the thigh. Balance yourself, and let's do an exercise that'll open up that hip joint, lifting that leg up, and hold. Take a deep breath, inhale, and the whole idea is you want to feel like there's a sense of balance, that you can lift those hands up. You don't want to be so harsh on pushing into the ground. You want a nice, easy, comfortable press into the floor at this point. Sometimes I will tell you to press hard, but for this one, I want you to try and find a sense of balance where you can gently bear down into that cylinder. Feel that belly button moving into your spine, and see if you can't hold that. The more you bear down into that cylinder, the more balance you're going to have. Excellent. Bring that leg down. Cross your other ankle. Pull the knee up. And just feel as if you're bearing down into that cylinder. The idea here is to find your center. Feel as if your belly button was forcing itself down into your spine. And try not to grasp the floor. Just know that it's there. And if you feel that your balance is off, you just place your hands back on the floor again. See where you can go with it. See if you can take your hands up off the cylinder. You're going to have to checkpoint it. And every once in a while, you're going to have to make sure that that balance is set for you. But you can try and lift those hands up. It's not easy. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Feet down, uncross those legs. Good. Take those arms around again. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more. 1 more. And now reverse it again. Up. 2. 2 more. Forcing those feet into the floor so that you keep that spine neutral. And relax. Hands on the ground, one leg up, followed by the other. We're going to do alternate leg stretch. 1, 1, 2, 2. All these are great abdominal exercises. And you're really concentrating on your balance here. I'm not grasping the ground, I'm just relaxing. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Both legs up. And turn your toes out. You're going to crisscross those ankles slightly down and back up again. Remember, only go down as low as you can without arching your back. You do not want to arch your back. You want to keep that back firmly into that cylinder. And again. Couple more. Excellent. Legs up. Stretch those heels. flex your heels, and 3 little pulses. Down, 2, 3, point up, and 2. And again, 3, again, and 4. Let's do 4 more. 3, 1 more. Lift up, bend the knees in, 1 foot down, then followed by the other. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, relax. Good, we've done plenty. Slide down off that cylinder. We've done a lot for that lower abdominal area. So we're gonna do a little bit more on our legs right now. This is a great inner thigh exercise. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna place one leg on the cylinder. Your back leg is gonna be on the ground. You can support your head and neck. And you're gonna take that back leg up and then down. You're working your inner thigh. You're still pulling your abdominal wall in. Exhale as you lift. Keep going. Again. You're going to do 5 more. Great inner thigh exercise. Couple more. Good. And now we're going to move across the other way. Get that cylinder on the other side. Bring your legs the other way. Same thing here. One knee on that cylinder. You're going to work your inner thigh on the leg that's on the floor. You can support yourself here. You can place one hand under your head and neck. And we're going to do 15 on this side. Keep going. Great inner thigh exercise. And you're still working through that pelvic floor. Inhale, exhale. Three more. Good. And relax. You know, phones can ring, bells can ring. You're busy doing your clarity yoga with me. Ignore all that. Stay with me, okay? All right, we're going to work a little bit through our back thigh. So you're going to use the cylinder. You're going to place the cylinder underneath your feet. So you're going to lie flat on your back, and you're going to have your feet on the cylinder. The soles of the feet are on the cylinder. You're going to place your hands by your hips. Now this is a great exercise for the back of your thighs and for your glutes. And you're also going to feel it a little bit through the calves because they are going to tighten up a little bit as they're trying to stabilize that roller. More than anything, this exercise is going to work your hamstrings, okay? And your glutes. Hands down by your sides. You're going to rise up and hold. You're going to just try and stabilize there. Now, don't let that cylinder move back and forth. Just keep it steady. As you come down, I want you to come down inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra. So tuck your hips under. So you're going to squeeze your hips under as you come down, one vertebra at a time until your hips touch the ground, and then you can release a little bit. Inhale. Stay up there. Now, as you come down, inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra, what I want you to do is slowly take the arms up and contract the abdominals. Contract, 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 contract. And try and touch your hands back behind you and your hips down simultaneously. Rise up, This time, let's hold it for 20 seconds. Inhale, exhale. Stay there. 5 more seconds. And then come down inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra. Tuck your hips under. Excellent. The idea is you want to try and time it so that the arms and the hips touch at the same time. Once again, rising up. And again, you don't want to hyperextend your spine. You almost want to feel like you're tucking under. I don't want you to be arched. I want you to be neutral with your spine. Keep lifting up through those hips. Keep those thighs tight. Inch by inch, come on down. Vertebra by vertebra. Excellent. Bring your knees into your chest. Open the knees out so your knees go towards your underarms. Flex your feet, grab the soles of your feet, and do a happy baby. So you can kind of waddle your hips side to side. Opening up that lower back. Pushing those heels up to the ceiling, pressing the feet down. Opening up that lumbar area. Inhale, exhale. See if you can straighten the legs. Press down. Bring the feet back in again. Happy baby once again. Pull your knees into your chest. And once again, feet on the cylinder. Now, you know, I've been talking about how we're not really symmetrical, and one side is usually a little bit different than the other side. One foot is usually a little smaller than the other foot. We usually have asymmetry going on in our bodies. And with that, one side tends to be your dominant side. And so what we want to try and do is discover where the weaknesses are and try to bring the weaker side to balance the stronger side. My weak side is my left side, especially because I've had knee surgery. I've had ACL surgery many, many years ago, but I've never been able to really have full flexion in that leg. So I'm going to try and outdo this leg, my good leg, with my bad leg. How? I'm going to work my bad leg a little bit more, do a few more repetitions on it than my right leg. So we've done both legs up and down, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to only do my left leg, which is my weaker leg. So find which side is weaker for you. And join me in doing this exercise once again, but single-legged. Here we go. And then come down inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra. Settle down. Again, here we go. Hold 20 seconds. Inhaling and exhaling. Slowly down. And again, this is my weak side. I'm feeling it. It's okay. I'm not going to die. Keep raising those hips up as much as possible. Careful not to arch your lower back, okay? Remember that lower back is neutral. Inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra. My counting's getting faster. One last set. Here we go. This is it. A hold of 20 seconds. Inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra. Down you go. Pull the knees into your chest. Straighten the legs up. If you can grab your toes, pull back and stretch. If you can't, just hold your calves and pull back. Bring your feet down. You can put your feet on the floor. A full spinal twist, just cross one knee over the other and twist. Inhale and exhale. You're going to change it to the other side. I'm doing a yoga class. Thank you. Life goes on, but we do clarity yoga.
I'll be back.
Okay. Center. Pull the knees into your chest. Now, here's a great one to open up pain in the hip and sacral area. So you're going to put the cylinder underneath your sacral area. Your knees again bent at a 90-degree angle. Got my hands on the edge of that cylinder. And we're just going to easily circle those knees just a little bit, keeping your belly button into your spine. And just the edges of that sacral area are going to be massaged against that cylinder. And you're going to reverse it easy and keep adjusting yourself on that cylinder, making sure you're not rolling off of it. Super easy stuff. And now let's take the legs up, flex the feet, and look at how much more flexibility you get when your hips are up like that. You're going to stretch those toes as far back as you can. You can even put your hands on the back of your calves to hold and press down. Now you're going to bend one knee in, and the other leg drops down below the level of that cylinder. What's going to happen here is your body's going to want to arch that back, but I want you to do the contrary. I want you to try and feel like you're pulling your back in underneath, pressing down towards the floor as you hyperextend that hip flexor so that thigh feels like it's super, super stretched. Your leg is still hovering above the floor because you're up on that cylinder, but you're getting a great stretch for your quadricep and for your hip flexors. Then straighten the knee that's bent and stretch your hamstring. Pull, and both knees into your chest. Other side. So the leg goes down, and what you want to try and feel here is a real long stretch. Do not let your back arch. Keep your back neutral. You may have to fix yourself on that cylinder, that's fine, but press way down. Now, if you don't have a cylinder, you can do these exercises just on the floor. You're not going to get any big range of motion when you extend that leg out like this, but it'll be similar. Pull your belly button into your spine. And now, straighten the other leg, grab that ankle, and stretch that hamstring. Pull the knees into your chest. Flex your toes, turn your knees out, and I'm going to do what I call the froggy kicks. We've done these before, but now we're on that cylinder. So your heels stay together, you extend those legs, but you don't move your hips. Okay, so when your legs extend, don't arch. Drive that belly button into your spine. Keep those hips steady. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. Inhale on the in, exhale on the out. Shh. Couple more. 2 more. Excellent. Knees in, stretch, flex your feet, and press. Legs up. Bend the knees, and once again, slide down off that cylinder. Okay? Now, we're going to do an exercise that massages your spine. Okay? This is a great little in-home massage. So, you're going to place the cylinder right across your thoracic spine, across your shoulder blades. You're going to place the soles of the feet in a butterfly position, so the soles of the feet are together. Your knees are relaxed. You're going to support your head and neck. The cylinder, sorry, a little notification came up. The cylinder is right across your upper back. You're going to support your head and neck, and you're going to just allow yourself to arch back. Now, you're going to feel a good long stretch through the chest, through the pectoral muscles. You want to try and feel like those elbows are open and flaring out. Keep your chest open. Your head and neck is protected because you've got your hands on your head and neck. And you're going to allow yourself to arch back over that cylinder. Inhale and exhale. Once again, inhale and exhale. Let's take another breath. You're going to fold those knees straight up and down. Now, if you want, you can let go of one hand to help yourself come up towards the knees and hold yourself in this posture. You're going to lift the hips up and try and level off, and you're just going to be balancing yourself on the cylinder. Now, if you need to still hold your head and neck, you can do that. And what I want you to do is slide down so that you come towards your neck. And I like to go up on my tippy toes when I come down towards my neck. And then as I push back, if you need to hold your head and neck, as you push back, now keep your hips up. Don't let your hips drop. Keep them up. And use your abdominal wall to round your back and do a contraction and straighten the knees. So now you're working your abs pretty strongly now. Your knees are going to bend. You're going to have to work your hamstrings to pull you back. Your cylinder is giving you a massage through your back, and you're going to pull yourself towards your heels until your head and neck are just completely rested on that cylinder. You're giving yourself a self-massage. Let's do it again. And if you can, reach your hands towards your knees. Lift that head and neck. Use your abdominal wall to hold. I'm flexing my feet. I'm pushing them hard into the floor. My hips are up. I'm doing an abdominal exercise here. And then I'm pulling myself in, working my hamstrings, keeping my hips up. The higher up I go, the more I can settle into that cylinder with my head and neck just completely relaxed on that cylinder. Let's do that a couple more times. As you push back, you can support your head and neck, or you can reach your fingertips towards your knees and go full up. Squeeze those hips and pull it in. Hips up. I'm going to do one more. Here we go. So you're doing an abdominal contraction here. Hips are up. You're working your hamstrings. And pull in. Settle down. Relax. Get that cylinder out of the way. Pull your knees into your chest. Extend, flex your toes. Pull your knees in. Turn your knees to the side and prop yourself up. All fours. You're going to round your back, do your cat and cow, and arch. And again, round and arch. Two more, cat and cow, round and arch. One more, round and arch. Sit back with your knees apart. Hi. We're not done. Knees apart. Lean back. Stretch out. Now remember, if you can, bring your hips all the way down to your heels. Now, my good side, I could do that. I can bring my hip down to my heel here. But my bad side, I can't. I can only go here. So, do the best I can with what I got. Stretch out and hold. Hands slide under your shoulders, prop yourself up, bring your knees in. Let's do a little balance with that cylinder. So, you're going to put your knees on the cylinder, not really your knees. Your kneecaps are in front of the cylinder, okay? So your kneecaps are not right on top of them. Your kneecaps are out a little bit in front of that cylinder. Hold here. You're going to balance. You're going to take one leg out, and you're going to take the opposite arm. Now, if you want, you can anchor yourself with your toe on the floor here, okay? And you're going to take the other arm out. Now, here's the trick to this one. See if you can find your balance by lifting the toe off the ground. Hold 8. And down. Not so easy. But remember, you can always anchor yourself on the floor and test the waters. Take it, take a toe off just by testing the waters. Slow and easy. If you need to put your foot back down on the ground again, do that. Here's your other side. Not such a good side for me, but doing the best I can. And relax. So that's a really good core exercise. It helps you with your center, it helps you with your balance, and it's also a really good abdominal exercise. Now, if you want to massage your shins, you can roll forward and then roll to the knees. Also, as you do that, you're going to be working your abdominals, okay? So here we go. You're going to roll forward and to the knees. Roll forward. Couple more. One more. Now, when I did this at the beginning, I was kind of rolling my whole body here and here, here and here. But then as I progressed, I anchored myself, shoulders over wrist, and then just kept my shoulders over wrist as I let my legs go in and out. This is a great abdominal exercise. Couple more. And relax. Bring your knees to the floor. Extend your body straight across that cylinder once again. Except this time, rather than being in a supine position, you're going to be in a prone position. So I want you to set your chin out in front of the cylinder, okay? Let me see if I can turn this around to face you a little bit more. Get a better angle for you. Okay, because we're going to be working on strengthening our upper back, which helps with posture. Bring that cylinder between your knees, okay, so that you can align yourself and lie flat down on that cylinder. Position yourself so that your throat is away from the cylinder, your chin is away from your cylinder, you're just a little bit out of the top, okay? Flex your toes onto the ground. Place your hands on the floor. Just take one leg up and the opposite arm out and hold. And relax. Neutral. Other side. Good. And relax. Both legs up. Squeeze your glutes. This is a great exercise for your glutes. Flex your toes and drop. Superman. Hold. Good. Relax. Bend the knees. Shift that cylinder in front of you. This is a great opener for your shoulders. You're going to settle back into your hips. And you're going to bring that cylinder here and stretch out there. And drop your head and neck under your arms. Hold it. And then bend the elbows and pull them in. Here we go again. Stretching out those shoulders. Bring them in. 2 more. Stretch out. Pull it in. 1 more. Here we go. And I have a really tight right shoulder right now, so this is a little challenging for me, but that's okay. And bring it in. Excellent. We're going to straddle the legs. And bring those legs open as far as you can get them open. Slide down one shoulder first. What you want to do is a slight rotation of your torso and drive your shoulder down towards the ground by pressing the palm against that calf. Hold it. Inhale and exhale. Change it to the opposite side. Inhale, exhale. Let's try it again. Twist. You should feel it, that you're coming down a little lower each time. Inhale, exhale. One last time. Now center, flex your feet, grab your toes, see how low you can go. Point your toes, hands under your chest, prop yourself up. Inhale, arms up. And you're gonna circle around all the way. 1, let's do 4 of these. And 2, 3, and 4. Let's reverse it the other way. 1, and 2. Again, 3, and 4. Both arms up. Prayer, exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. And bring the legs together. Stretching those hamstrings. So, you're going to take the arms up overhead. Inhale up. Flex your toes. Exhale. Reach for those toes. Kind of waddle those hips back and forth. Bend the elbows and round your back. Lock the knees as much as you can. Point your toes, rise up a little bit, flatten your back, grab those ankles, and see if you can arch your back a little bit. And come up straight. Pull your knees into your chest. All you're going to do is have your feet in front of you. Place your hands back behind you to anchor you, and you're just going to fold both knees to one side and center, and then to the other side and center. Nice and easy, super easy stuff. Just kind of opening up those hips. Again, easy. Couple more. Excellent. Extend yourself back into a straight extension, bending forward, flexing your feet, extend your spine, chin up. And release. Cross one foot in front of the other. Elbow crosses in front of that knee. Rotate. Line your chin up with the back shoulder. Release it. Change it to the other side. Twist. Hold it. And release it. You're going to bend one knee, lace your fingertips over that knee, and see if you can't lift that bottom leg up. Hold it and bring it down. Let's do that 3 more times. Lift it without falling back and rounding. Just keeping that back straight and bring it down. If you can only lift it up to here, that is fine. And again, 2 more. Lift and relax, and 1 more. Lift it and relax. relax. Shake out that leg. Switch sides. Make sure your back is straight, your chest is up, and lift and hold. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. 3 more. Here we go. Deep breath. Inhale. Relax. Remember, you don't have to lift it off the ground. If this is as hard as it can get, that's as hard as it can get. If you can take it up higher, that's a little harder. Try for that. One last time. Up. Keep your spine straight. And relax. Shake it out. Okay, you're going to bend one knee into a runner's pose. So you're going to bend that knee with your ankle back. I need to support myself here because this is a really hard stretch for me. My knee does not bend that way, but I'm just giving it what I got, doing what I can. The idea is you want to try and press the hip down towards the floor with that knee bent. Inhale, exhale. Nice and easy. You're going to unlace that knee from that posture, that position, and you're going to do the other side. Take the knee in. Try to bring that hip down. See what a difference it is on this side? I have my hip down on the floor on this side. On the other side, I couldn't do it. But that's okay. Okay? We're just going to work on what we can. Whatever limitations you might have, work through them. Okay? Take yourself to a point where you feel like maybe there's a little discomfort, but not excruciating pain. I don't want that. Just want you to feel like you're pushing yourself and you're telling your body, hey, you can do more. I'm here to assist you. You're here to assist me. Together we can do this. Inhale, exhale. Learn to talk to your body and relax. Bring that leg around. Once again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, drop down. Round again. And let's place the legs back behind you. We're going to do some planks. So you're going to be on your elbows. Let me see if I can get a better angle here. All right, so you're going to be on your elbows. You're going to have your toes firmly on the ground. Like that. From here, you can bend the knees and lift the hips a little bit and then come down. So you see that's as far as you need to go. Next time what I want you to do is bend the knees, lift your hips up a little bit. Now hold it there, suck your belly button into your spine and take your knees off the ground. And let's hold 20 seconds. Squeeze your glutes tight. Inhale, exhale. Bend the knees, soften your feet, lower your hips. Place your hands under your chest, under your shoulders, and then do a cobra with your elbows bent into your waistline. Hold. Squeeze your buttocks. And slowly lower down. Once again, elbows on the ground. Toes on the ground, inch your hips up, knees off the ground. Bend the knees, soften the feet, lower your hips, slide your hands under your chest, under your shoulders. Elbows stay pinned into your elbows. Long neck. Slowly. Once again, elbows, toes. Last time. Bend the knees. From here, lock your knees. Make sure your shoulders aren't rounded. You're nice and flat with your shoulders. This is a great core exercise. You're going to bend the knees, soften the feet, drop your hips, hands under your shoulders, cobra, keeping the elbows in towards your waist. Slowly drop in. Bend the knees, push back into your child's pose. Sit back and stretch. Where are we with time?
It's 9:23 a.m.
Place your hands under your shoulders, prop yourself up. Fold one knee in underneath you to go into a seated posture. And go ahead and cross your ankles. If you cannot sit in lotus, you may just straddle your legs, because what I want you to do is feel like your pelvic floor is flat down on the ground. Now, another thing that you can use the cylinder for is to help you learn how to sit in lotus. You can use the cylinder as an assistant. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the cylinder and you're going to sit on it, and you're going to put one foot underneath and the other one in front of your calf, and let yourself sit forward so that your knees are anchoring you and you are seated in lotus. And this is a real comfortable position, and it's a great way to learn how to get into lotus. I'm going to come down off of it, but you guys stay on that cylinder if you'd like. Sit as tall as you can. Let's stretch the neck, one hand on the knee as you stretch that neck down and hold. Keep that chest up. Change it over to the other side. Exhale. And relax. Both hands up overhead. Inhale. Bring those elbows together as you draw that chin into your chest, but at the same time, lift the chest up against it. Release, relax, hands on the knees, lift the chest, chin up. Open that chest, retract those shoulder blades, and center with that chin. Rotate your head and neck to one side. Inhale. Exhale as you rotate to the other side. Inhale. And exhale, center. Very good. Thumb and index finger together. And let's just take a few deep breaths together. You can close your eyes. Keep your spine straight. I want you to feel like you're expanding in your waistline as you breathe in. So take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Inhale again. Exhale. Out through your mouth. One last breath. Inhale. Exhale. Wiggle your fingertips. Circle your wrists. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale up. Palms to your chest. Place your thumbs right on the center of your sternum and see if you can't feel the heartbeat within inside your rib cage and inside that caged protection that you have for your heart space. Inhale. And exhale. Thank your body for being the vehicle that takes you through this life. Thank your mind for the awareness that you have of your body, what's going on within it. The more you pay attention to your heartbeat, the sounds of the blood circulating through your system, the more you go inward, the more awareness that you have about your whole being, not just the outside world and all the circumstances and all the activities you have to do, but what really matters, what really counts, is your connection to your soul, to your spirit, to the essence of who you are, that has no form. That essence lies within your body. You must protect your body, you must take care of it, so that essence has the ability to experience this lifetime for as long as possible, learning lessons each and every single day, making you stronger, wiser, happier, healthier. Fingertips to your brow, and namaste. May the rest of your day be nothing but blessings. Thanks for joining me. And I'll keep coming to you, but you guys, you've got to go to Absolute Best fan page on Facebook, like, and then that way I know that you guys want to see more of this and do this with me. Hey, Michelle. And happy birthday, Julie, my dear friend Julie. I love you. Mwah. Happy birthday.